Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into this show today. Now today is Sunday, so you know what that means. We're going around the net with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. So on the docket for today, we have American Express doubling down on their plans to refresh 40 products globally, which just means make them more expensive. We have Chase, we have BILT Rewards, and the hits keep coming from Wells Fargo with a brand new business card and a decent intro offer. So we'll take a look at all that and more. So of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, a quick hit or quick note, if you will, from the Chase camp. The doctor of credit, the good doctor, has posted that Chase will also come to match Citi when it comes to the global entry credit and raise it up from $100 to $120. Again, we talked about this maybe a few weeks ago, but the global entry price is raising. The credits are now $100. So Citi had already announced they will raise it. Chase will also raise theirs on all their cards. Of course, it doesn't take effect until October, so it'll probably be a while before we actually see it reflected on the pages, but in the good doctor we trust, so that's good enough for me and all you folks out there with Chase cards. Now, to some more interesting stories. If you've got global entry, it means you're probably headed to the airport, and if you're in New York, you might not want to drive. If you don't want to drive, if you have a BILT Rewards card, that means you could take a helicopter. That was a really long segue to get to this, but BILT Rewards is now partnering with Blade. Blade's kind of like a company that does, well, helicopter rides more or less in New York, primarily like to and from the main airports. But if we take a look at this here, what you're getting, again, for BILT cards, the new partnership with Blade. So complimentary Blade flight, one between Manhattan and JFK or Newark each year. You're definitely going to want to read the terms and conditions for that. But that's what you get to start. Now, Platinum and Gold BILT members get access to Blade lounges. You're also going to get 2x BILT points on Blade purchases. So if you just really fall in love with it, you can keep going. And then Silver, Gold, and Platinum BILT members get 10% off as well. Of course, with the full press release up, we'll have it over on Profitable Content for you as well. Interesting partnership. You know, Blades come up here and there a few times, but we don't really see it too much. The more fun thing with this is going to be the videos that people come up with, probably, because the BILT Rewards card is popular. It's, you know, a free edition, so I'm not mad at anyone adding a free edition to it. I do wonder what the sales pitch, right? It seems like this would be more of an American Express type deal. You know, I don't know if they know something about BILT members, probably in New York, maybe, where maybe it's because rents are high. They assume they'd also have, you know, potential target demographic or customer base in BILT they could tap into and generate more interest in Blade as a whole. So I'm more interested to see the videos, because you know someone's going to do it with the BILT card, go make a YouTube video, because now this makes it accessible if you get one per year. Again, I'd still, if you're really planning on doing this, I would go down into the terms and conditions. I don't know if it's really as easy as you just show up with your BILT card and like, sure, we'll take you one time to one of the 3 airports. I don't know. It could be, but these are great topics for someone else to cover in their video. So if you're a BILT Rewards card holder, there you go. Remember, some of this is dependent on the status that you have with BILT Rewards. And if you're looking for a BILT card, of course, we have a link over on Profitable Content as well while you're checking out the full press release and story. But there you go. Now, speaking of someone who would, you know, add a credit or a coupon or two, is American Express. Now, this isn't necessarily a new story. We've talked about this, I don't know, a few months ago, where American Express has plans to refresh about 40 products globally. Well, there's another earnings call, and the CEO was kind of asked about it and just kind of doubled down on it. Now, you know how much I love a good press quote. So Frequent Miler has most of them, so you can kind of check it out on their site if you want. But it just basically comes down to American Express talking about, you know, their target demo, and they've increased the fee, but they also add tremendous value because they add more credits. You know, more. They don't say the word credits. I think they say we've added more value than the fee has gone up. They also say it's actually gone over really well. And so their plans, yes, are still the same, to continue to refresh products. Now, of course, selfishly, we would say 40 products. We only look at the ones in the state, but it's going to be global refresh. I think they even mentioned like the Platinum card in like Mexico or somewhere is like $1,000. I mean, you got to get into exchange rates and all that. But anyways, it made the rounds again because it's an American Express headline. I think this more so speaks to the fact that, we're not really their target demographic. And I think people know that, but sometimes on the internet, it's easy to forget. Like, you get into these worlds of these very niche channels, and you go down to the Reddit path where subreddits are super niche. I mean, even to like a insane degree. It's like, I don't even know if you need to split out some things that much. We kind of forget. So people get mad. Like, how could this actually work? Well, the masses of people probably do see, these cool cards that are made of metal and shiny and definitely a way to show off, regardless of what we think. And the math does make sense that you can get all these other features for, paying less money, a technical arbitrage. So yeah, I think they're going to keep going with it. I've said it before, say it again. The gold card is going to be the gold card. I mean, they kind of tipped their hand on the business side. The gold card will be the next one that gets refreshed, I think. Probably a $100 fee hike. I think they've tipped their hand with the Resi deal. They're probably just going to keep pushing their own products. They might get rid of, I could see them kind of even swapping out the restaurant credit on there potentially, but I think they'll definitely get Resi. I think that may be an entertainment one as well, because Capital One has been going hard over entertainment, and the gold card is kind of like the going out. It's not really travel. It gets sucked in the travel space because it earns MR points, but it's not really travel. It's more of a going out. So I think they'll do something for entertainment. I definitely think you'll see the Resi deal as well. I do think the Platinum card will get a refresh as well. We do hope some of the business products do as well. I've already said I hope that the checking, the deposit accounts, and the cashback side really need a refresh, but I don't think they'll touch any of that. So again, if nothing else, it'll give us something to talk about, but it's just a reminder that, if this stuff upsets you, then it's probably not for you, and they don't really want you as a customer, and that's kind of my takeaway from it. I don't even think we necessarily need to spend a ton of time on it, but if you don't like expensive cards and you want something new, well, the Xbox card is now open for mass approval, mass applications. We did cover the Xbox card when it kind of soft launched to, I think, some kind of Xbox Live membership that people had, they could get early access to it. We have a full video on it, but people forget, and I know they forget because only 8 people watched that video, so to those 8 of you out there, well done. The rest of you, do better. I'm just kidding. So we'll talk about it here. So here you have it, Xbox card. It is, you get to pick your option, and you put your gamer tag on it as well. It's no annual fee, 5x on Microsoft, which of course will include Xbox, like Microsoft Store, and Microsoft at one point actually had stores. I don't know if they do anymore. 3x streaming service, 2x dining delivery, one back on everything else. 5 card designs, as we said, and again, they add your gamer tag to it, which I guess is a perk. It's kind of cool. Cards like this, I always find it interesting that they don't make more of a social media push. This would have been a good card to send people, send someone like me, I guess a dummy version, and put your channel name or your gamer tag on it and have people show off the designs. I feel like that would be a good way to get hype in this. I said what I said in the video, so I guess I'll save you the time for going to watch it. It's fine. I mean, me, if you give no annual fee and 5% back on your marquee category, then I think it's fine. So we can't really say it's bad. It's just kind of how much money you're really spending on games. If you're doing that much, and you've probably got Game Pass Ultimate, and I just don't know how much money you're spending at Microsoft. That's kind of the downside, and plus the points just pay out in Microsoft points. You can't really cash them out, I don't believe. So, the world is kind of rediscovering this card, and so if you are interested in a deeper dive, we have a full video on it. Again, I don't think it's bad. I just think it's super, super, super niche, and it's probably going to make it be a hard sell, but it is better executed than the PlayStation card, which PlayStation card requires you to because Sony doesn't sell anything directly, so it requires you to get your receipt from Best Buy, proof of purchase, upload it to a portal, and then they give you your points, and that's terrible. So this is at least better executed. Now we're only missing Nintendo for a credit card, but who's to say they can't even figure out how to have decent graphics, so that's probably going to upset some people. Anyhow, the card that has interested me this week, and I actually have applied for, is Wells Fargo. The Signify Business Cash card is officially out. For whatever reason, it's not on the main page. It still says coming soon, but I was in the depths of Reddit, and I talk about niche subreddits, and found someone who posted a link, and naturally I trusted a stranger online and used the link to apply. I probably don't do that, but it did have me log in, and it was legit, because I ended up logging in and all that. But long story short, the card is here. Let's take a look at it, see what we're getting. And the rumors overall became true because we have the Signify Business Cash. Nice design. I like it. It doesn't look like it's quite matte black, but it's a good design. Black and red colorway, hint of yellow. I like it. But why are we really here? Well, it is a MasterCard. No annual fee. 2x back on all purchases. Now, benefits are weird. Pay-as-you-go priority pass, travel insurances, and then master rental insurance for car rentals. That's still nice. And this is on primary CDW or anything like that. But you're not going to expect a whole lot on a no annual fee card, so I wouldn't kill it for those two things. Pay-as-you-go priority pass, it means being billed as a membership. I mean, technically you do, if you don't have a credit card, which is how everyone gets Priority Pass, you can buy a membership, and then they have different tiers of membership. And like one membership, I think, lets you pay as you go or pay for a certain amount of visits. So I'm going to be honest, I didn't look too into this because no one getting this card really cares about this, but it is interesting. So I think they're going to give you that level of membership, and then you would have to pay for the visits. So you're saving some money, but at that point, like every card will just throw Priority Pass at you. So I mean, if you really want lounge access, this ain't it. But I think this card is significant for two reasons. Number one, the reason I applied is because the intro offer, spend $5,000 in the first 3 months, get you $500 back. Remember, Wells Fargo is a little tricky to redeem. You can do statement credits. You can do to a Wells Fargo bank account. I think if you call, they'll even send you a check. But like sending to an external bank account, I don't think you can do that. So, I mean, if you get it, I would just cash out for statement credit. Actually, right now, I do have a Wells Fargo savings account still. I just closed my checking account. So I did apply. So it's better to, do that before you close everything out. But I did just get denied for the autograph journey and denied through recon. So I don't really expect anything. It went pending. It's been pending for like 2 days now by the time you're watching this. So I would assume that just means that the hate mail is in the mail, so to speak. The other reason is, most business cards stick to 1.5x. I know you'll tell me the Blue Business Cash and Blue Business Plus. I have the BBC card myself. It doesn't count because, number one, they cap it at $50,000. And number two, the way Amex does their cash back, at least, you have to pay them, and then always pay in full, of course, and then I just end up with a credit on my account. So it's like Kohl's Cash. You just keep getting it. It's kind of annoying. So to see a business card, well, yes, on the surface, it's nothing special for us, but to see a business card come in and finally punch up to 2x, which is the table minimum, which is also somewhat funny because there's nothing keeping you from using like the active cash or the double cash as a business card. Like, it doesn't really have to be a business card. The idea is just you would just put all your business transactions on one card for ease of documentation. But anyways, I think that is significant, even though it doesn't seem like it's significant to us because someone had to cross the line first, and apparently Wells Fargo is comfortable to cross the line first, which is great. So will we see others follow suit? I don't know. I mean, Amex would argue they're already there. They're not removing the caps. I don't think Chase is going to move the Freedom Unlimited up to 2x. But in the future, I think this could be good. So again, we'll do a full bonus video on Run on the Bank eventually on this because I do think it is a good offer. So it'll either be a join me in making money or an avenge me scenario. Either way. But overall, good on Wells Fargo. Good to see them legitimately being competitive in a space. Again, I know it doesn't feel like it, but I think the Journey, I really did like the Journey card a lot. I might be in the minority on that as far as people on TV talking about it. And I really like this card a lot, even though, again, I understand why we would look at it as underwhelmed. But anyways, that is the news for this week. So, of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channels. We're posting content just like this every single week. And of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And as we said, every single day over on profitablecontent.com. The channel's blog, linked down below for you and on the homepage. We have the latest news stories just like this. We have bank promotions. So if you want to hit Wells Fargo for some bonuses that were not card related, we got that as well. And of course, we have credit card offers. I know we have the BILT card. We don't have anything else from Wells Fargo, but we've got all the profitable Chase cards and the Amex ones that I kind of just dumped on a little bit, but they still pay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you very soon this week.